Excuse my bed head of hair, it's very early because someone is coming over at this time to fix our smoke alarms. Too much information. Not too long ago, a couple of days ago now, I saw a slap fight, and it is the most violent, kind of graphic slap fight I have ever seen. Now obviously I can't really show the graphic parts throughout this video, but I'll try and show as much as I can. The slap fight is between one guy named Runt and another guy named Bayou Bastard, and the Bayou Bastard is currently the... what is that? I don't know if this is the middleweight or the lightweight championship. So usually when I watch slap fights, I watch like the heavyweight or the super heavyweight, just because I feel like it's more entertaining and the slaps usually look more brutal. But I have seen a fight with the Bayou Bastard here. Ricky is his real name, and he's actually just pretty chill, funny guy. There was one, I think it was his debut match. And it was just funny because the guy that he was playing against just kept clubbing him in the neck. And obviously it doesn't sound funny because it probably hurt.
And here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, here's your wind-up, round 3.
2, 3.
Oh. Now this is the top of round 5.
2, 3.
Good Lord, we've got another penalty here.
Funnier than I'm explaining it, but that's why I clicked on this video. And boy, did I not expect what I was about to see. After seeing the thumbnail, which I'll put on screen here, I thought it would have been fake. I thought that was like some cool editing thumbnail just for like attention. But that's exactly what happened.
It's time for the main event. This is for the Slap Fight Championship middleweight belt. Introducing first, from Kodak, Tennessee. He weighed in at 177 pounds. He is Ron! He is Ricky!
Oh, moments before disaster. If only Ricky could go back in time before what's about to happen to him. So, the thing with slap fights is, I did go through a stage where I was interested in becoming a slap fighter. It just seemed like an easy job and something that could be somewhat enjoyable, I suppose, to me anyway. But I don't want to get slapped is the problem. So I either go on this crazy winning streak of just knocking everyone out in one slap, or I just don't do it at all. So I realized that I wouldn't be able to just, one tap everyone. So I just decided not to do it at all. But that is the thing with slap fights. It's a cost that comes with the sport, if you can call it a sport. It's very strange to call this a sport, but you have to be prepared to get hit if you're preparing to hit. Unless you are, on some sort of one-hit wonder winning streak. But as you can see here, Runt, 5'6", 177, Ricky, 5'10", heavier than 177, 200 maybe. So it doesn't really feel like a, fair match, some would say. 5'6", a lot shorter than 5'10", and he's obviously lighter than Ricky too. Ricky's taller and heavier. So I don't know if he should be in like the lightweight and then Ricky should be in the middleweight. I don't really know how the weighing scale works. I know the super heavyweights in slap fight are literally like, 300, 400 pound guys walloping their weight towards each other's chins. But as for this kind of weight level in slap fights is pretty much just a brawl, because they've not really got any of their body weight to put into it, so they're just using as much strength as they can to get the hardest hit on this person's chin. But like I mentioned, with the heavyweight or even the super heavyweight, it is just twisting your body using your body weight.
Be ready for a fast-paced fight from both of these competitors. Here we go, round 1.
2, 3.
Oh, and a nice clean slap from Runt. And this match is underway.
Let's go.
No break for the Bayou Bastard. We're stepping into the bottom of round 1.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, and another hard, clean slap from the Bayou Bastard.
So the reason I showed you those first two slaps is because you can just see how quick they're doing it. Like, Runt slaps, and then Ricky, gives, the towel or something to the guy behind him, and then Ricky slaps, and then they do the same thing. And this goes on for pretty much the entire video, so I'm not going to show a whole lot more slaps. That was just to give you an idea of how these guys are hitting each other, because they stay very consistent throughout pretty much the entire video, and this would literally be a 20-minute video going through every slap, which I just don't see as being a good use of time. Although now I'm going to skip to the middle of the video just so you can see where these guys are, how they're looking halfway through, and then we're going to go to the violent part of the video.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, and another good slap Ricky, what a fight. 10 rounds back to back to back.
Okay, so I just said we're going halfway through the video. That's just because I skipped to halfway through the video. It's a 16-minute long video. I skipped to 8 minutes. But that was the final round. You can see how messed up these guys are. And by the way, after the final round, this isn't even the violent part, so you know there's a little bit more to come. So Runt here has like a cut on his nose by the looks of it. He's bleeding a lot on his nose. And Ricky's face, initially when I like saw, the first time I saw this, I thought he had like moved his mouth guard around to his cheek for some reason, or I thought he'd stuffed something in his cheek. I just genuinely what I thought. But this is just how swollen his lip is from the amount, his cheek is, sorry, from the amount of slaps he's taken from Runt. So what ends up happening is they finish round 10, that was the final round, and then they go back to this referee that's been standing behind them the whole time, and that was supposed to be it. And then I think it was like such an even fight, or the points were tied or something like that, that the judges decided, right, one more round, come on, ring her back up, one more round. And that's where the murder takes place. It's not actually a murder, by the way, he doesn't die, but it's pretty, you know, messed up. So this will probably be the part where some parts of the video are blurred, just because I think it's pretty graphic to show. But I'll show, like I mentioned, what I can.
One more round, guys. Even on the scorecards, we need a tiebreaker. Let's go. This is the one that gets it. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh! Oh my God.
Let's go, baby.
Ricky wants to continue. Holy shit.
Doc, come check this out real quick.
Okay, we've got a nasty injury here at the barrel. Oh my God. Okay, Ricky is cut badly. Excuse me.
Yeah, so obviously I had to blur that part out, but Ricky gets that final slap. You know, he probably hates the judges at this moment in time, making him go one more round, because this was just the finishing move here. This was the fatality from Runt. So he gives Ricky a slap, and you can't really see it when he moves, but as Ricky moves, I guess what happened is because his cheek is swollen up so much, that last slap just burst the inside of his cheek, and all the blood from his cheek when he got slapped and turned his head, all the blood flew out of his mouth and splattered all over the wall, literally something out of some sort of action movie. And then he turns back around, and it's like, obviously I blurred it, but it's like this waterfall of blood. It's, you know, you'd think the guy just got beat up by 10 guys, right? Or this waterfall of blood, this waterfall of blood just comes pouring out of Ricky's mouth, all over his shirt. He puts his hand up because he like does this to slap, puts his hand on his shoulder ready to slap, and all the blood's going on his arm and going down onto the barrel. I mean, it's graphic, folks, it's violent. And then after he put the towel on, I unblurred that part. I don't know if like the final footage here when I edit this video, if I'll be able to show that, but it'll either be blurred for you or it won't be blurred for you. But he puts the towel over his mouth and he kind of walks to the camera and gives them a little peace sign. That's pretty much where the video ends. They just then take Ricky to the hospital and give him stitches. I assume it was stitches, obviously, for his cheek. But that's the end of the fight. I did try and get an update on Ricky just to see, you know, if he was still doing slap fights, if he was fully recovered, if he was okay, essentially, because that was a lot of blood loss. I don't doubt he was lightheaded. And all I could find was this YouTube channel. Now, the only reason I'm assuming this is YouTube channel, Ricky's YouTube channel, isn't because of the name Bayou Bastard here, which is his slap fight name, but because I'm subscribed to it, which when I found the channel I was subscribed to it, I didn't find it and then subscribe to it, so I can only assume I've seen some past slap fight with him, he commented on that video, and I subscribed to him through that, and all that's there is this community post which says, hey, I know I've dropped off the face of the earth, but I've been looking into mediums for me to pour my creative drive into. I have an idea of what I want to do already, but I figured I'd ask for different views. If you are a fan/enthusiast of Pokemon and beast training and capturing games in general, what are some current issues with the genre, and sometimes, and some things you'd like to see changed? Here's a simple concept sketch for no reason. Grapplaquaku. So yeah, I've just taken an educated guess that this is Ricky. I have no idea. I can only assume, obviously, because I'm subscribed to it. But yeah, that's it for this video. I just wanted to talk about that because, like I mentioned, I've been watching slap fights recently, and usually I do watch the heavyweights or super heavyweights, but I decided, Ricky, I'll give it a try, and I saw, some sort of attempted murder here. Crazy.